Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Adrienne. Hope you guys are doing good today. And if you can tell by the title, solo single mom van life now loading. I am so freaking excited to do this video. I don't care what anybody thinks. I am super excited to finally be able to put this out into the universe and just run with it. I am getting ready to start van camping. Yes, van life, finally. I picked up my van today and I wanted to kind of go through and show you guys the things that I'm planning on doing. I have a list of things that I have to do, but obviously it's not going to happen overnight. This is going to be a process, and I want to share this process on my YouTube channel. I am going to have a playlist, and any videos that are pertaining to the van and van life and all the changes that I'm planning on making, then they will be in that playlist where you can easily find them. It does not mean that I won't still be uploading other types of videos. I will. I'll still be doing, you know, my normal thing. This is just an addition. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. For those of you who may be new to my channel, my name is Adrienne. I am a single mom of 2 teenagers. I have a 17-year-old and a 13-year-old. Today I picked up my van. I have a 2005 Toyota Sienna, and I picked it up today from the dealership. I had some work that was done to it, and everything for right now seems to be running well. The dealership checked over it and said they couldn't find anything else that was wrong with it. They replaced the starter, so fingers crossed, God willing, this is it for now. I'm gonna show you guys the profile of my van in just a second, but it will be part-time initially for well, maybe obvious reasons, maybe not obvious reasons, but again, I am a mom. I have 2 kids, and believe it or not, my teenagers are not interested in van life, not even RV life, because we've talked about that as well. But yeah, they're not interested. They don't really want to do the whole camping thing. So, you know, it kind of is what it is, right? And I don't know, I guess maybe there was a time where I would have been like, okay, well then I'll just wait until, you know, they grow up. Nope, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm not gonna continue to sit here and just like wait, right? There's an old saying, wait is what broke the wagon. When my kids were younger, we actually used to go camping. We did like backyard camping at first, and then I would let the kids set up the tent inside the house. I actually made a list of what I call my conversion process. Now keep in mind, as I'm listing this stuff off, it does not mean that I'm gonna do every single thing that I'm saying, right? These are just ideas and things that I've had in my head, and just things that I may want to do. Again, not necessarily saying that I'm going to do every single thing, because for one, you know, there's the cost and these things add up. I will say this though, so what I plan on doing to my van is what's called a no build. Basically, I'm not installing like water lines or sewage line, pipeline, anything like that. I'm not basically changing the van drastically. I'll still be able, the biggest thing that I'm gonna do is take the seats out and then kind of put things in here. But in the event that like I need the van for something else, or like if I need the seating rooms, basically, I'll be able to put the seats right back in here. So now that I have my van back, so I basically want to get it cleaned out. Like that's the first thing. Now that we've gotten all the like mechanical stuff, you know, out of the way, I have to get the van cleaned out. I had this van, I bought this van last year, like last October, November, something like that, and I never really, like, we cleaned it out, but it wasn't like a detailed cleaning. It was more like just like wiping the surfaces down and things like that. It was fairly clean when we got it, but I really want to go in, first of all, take all the seats out. Well, not all the seats, but take the back seats out. So this middle row and then the back row in the back, take those out. And I really want to get this carpet clean, because I think initially I'm gonna keep the carpet in here. I know some people take the carpet out, but I don't don't see myself replacing the carpet as of right now. I think it'll be good for like just added insulation because I'm cold natured anyway. That's gonna be like my first priority, is just getting the van cleaned out. I'm gonna vacuum it myself as well as possible. Take all the rugs out because there's like some extra rugs in here that I don't even think go with the van. They were just in here when we got it. Maybe shampoo the carpet, especially there's a piece, and I'll show you. I'm actually gonna get out and show you everything, but there's a piece of carpet in the back, like the trunk area, that is really stained. I don't know if maybe something, I think maybe a spare tire or something was sitting there, or maybe something was spilled, I'm not sure, but there's a big stain in the back and I want to see if I can get that shampooed out possibly. There's also like a slight odor to the van. It's not horrible, like it's not bad, it's just one of those like old car smells, right? And I just want something fresh. I like fresh, clean scents. In addition to buying things new, I can always go to thrift stores, Salvation Army, places like that to get things that I need for the van. Coincidentally, like y'all, I had like a ton of camping stuff. We used to have so much camping gear. Like we had a tent, we had the regular tent, we had the beach tent, we had sleeping bags for all three of us, we had blankets, we had the camping cook set, like the little, we had like a blue kind of blue speckled little cook set with like the pot and pan and frying pan and all of that. So much stuff, and I ended up getting rid of it. Like I could kick myself, but I ended up getting rid of that stuff when we left the US a couple years back. In any case, you know, I'm gonna get all of this stuff together again. Little bit by little bit, I'm gonna put together all of my, you know, camping gear. It's a little bit different this time around because like I said, the kids aren't really interested, and you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them not being over the moon about camping because one, they're kids, they're teenagers at that, so teenagers have minds of their own, and you know, it's not my job to force my kids to be interested in something that I'm interested in no more than it is theirs to force me to be interested in something they're interested in. So there's that. I'm so excited, honestly. Like this is something that I have been wanting to do for a while, like for years now. I have been wanting to do this, but I don't know, I've just kind of been scared to kind of step out there. I didn't really have anybody. I don't really have anyone that is interested in camping and stuff like I am, or like just alternative lifestyle in general. Like that's kind of something that I'm kind of on my own about, but it's fine. Like I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. I'll find my tribe, you know, as I go along. I'm not even concerned about that. Initially, it'll start off being like an overnight, because I've never, have I ever slept in a vehicle? I don't think I've ever slept in a, not overnight, not intentionally overnight. I've never slept in a vehicle. Now I have spent some time in vehicles. Like I am a Lyft driver, obviously. I've done FedEx and Amazon, so I'm used to spending an extended amount of time in vehicles, which I think, you know, is a good start if you're gonna start anywhere. Been in my Lyft vehicle maybe 8, 9, 10 hours at the most. Maybe I think 10 hours, 10 or 11 hours is probably the most that I've been in it. So this will be a new experience, and I'm gonna start off slow, right? I'm not gonna rush into it. I'm just gonna kind of take my time and ease into it. So I want to start off by doing like an overnight in the van, and then working my way up to, you know, like a weekend or something like that. And then from there we'll just go with it and see how it goes. I have made a list of things that I want to do. Now keep in mind, this is not like an exhaustive list, for one, and then two, this is just ideas and things that I've had. Like when you're thinking about doing van life, whether full-time or part-time, you're gonna need different things. So like bedding, getting like a mattress pad. I've seen some like mattress pad type things at like Aldi, or what was the other one, Lidl, I think they had one. Water, which is not, water is not too complicated, fortunately. You know, I've seen like I like those army jugs that they have, like military grade water jugs that you can get. They're slim, like they're chunky, how am I saying this? Like they hold a lot, but they're slim, and I think there's like space in the back that, if I'm thinking correctly, it'll fit perfectly back there. Power, obviously, a lot of people use like the Jackery. That's like probably the most popular brand, but there's also some off-brand ones as well. Figuring out how I'm gonna deal with AC and heat. Those are like my biggest concerns, just in terms of like how I'm gonna stay cool in the summertime and how I'm going to stay warm in the winter. And honestly, even though I am cold natured, I actually would prefer the cold as opposed to the heat. But that's just my opinion at this point. It may change later, I'm not sure. Cooking, obviously, there is a video this guy did, and I can't think of his name right now, but he did a video where he showed his like cooking kit, basically, and it's like a box, and I forgot the kind of box that he called it. Like, I'm learning like the lingo. I'm picking up all of this lingo and learning all these different like brand names and things like that. But he put together this box, and it's actually, the box itself is really expensive, but that's what he uses to store like all of his cooking, all of his utensils and dishes and pots and pans and propane and all this kind of stuff in there. Super, super cool. And in my head, I'm thinking that I want to do something like that. It's just everything fits in the box. Everything has its own little place. There's even space on like the inside to put different things, and it closes up and he can just, you know, slide it under whatever in his van. So that makes the most sense to me. What else? Cooking, toilet, obviously. I think that's one of the hardest for people who are not into this lifestyle and not interested. That's probably the hardest thing. At least that's what all the videos that I'm watching, that's the one thing that people keep commenting in the comment section. It's like, oh my god, how do you use a toilet? And I'm like, what? I don't understand that. Maybe because I'm used to, again, driving and having to stop places to use the bathroom. But like, yeah, I don't know. For me, it's not that big of a deal. Not only my driving experience, but when I was younger, so I grew up in the country, right? And we had a septic tank, and from time to time, more often than not, the septic tank would have issues. And when it had issues, when it was backing up, we couldn't use the toilet, so we had to use a bucket. And it wasn't even one of the nicer buckets that they have today. Like today they have these buckets with, you know, seats on them, or some people use like the pool noodles as cushion. But my parents just had a regular bucket with a piece of like board over top of it, and that was it. So in any case, my point is, I'm used to having to do my business somewhere other than just a regular indoor plumbing situation, right? So there's that. Of course, everybody by now should know about the gym memberships that you can get. Planet Fitness is probably the biggest one, where you pay like $10 a month, or you can upgrade it actually to a better membership, which is what I think I'm gonna do. But you can pay like $10 a month, and you can go in any Planet Fitness in the world. I think it is. Yeah, I think it's worldwide. And you can take showers. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You take showers, use the bathroom, you can work out. Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's that. So toilet, shower, privacy, safety, and security. That's a big one, because obviously, you know, as a woman, especially embarking on solo van life, you know, of course I want to be as safe as possible. But again, safety is one of those things that is paramount to my life anyway. So like I'm always, you know, looking over my shoulder. Just with Lyft, I'm forced to be as safe as possible, if that makes sense. So yeah, I definitely, in terms of the van though, I definitely want to get some window covering. Well, first of all, I'm considering, now I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not, but I'm considering getting my windows tinted. Yeah, I'm considering getting my windows tinted. I have to look into it, see how much it's gonna cost and all of that. I know different states have different rules and regulations and stuff for that, but so I'm considering getting the windows tinted. Then also, of course, getting the window coverings. There's like Reflectix or reflective covering that helps with like temperature regulation inside your vehicle. So there's that. I have a lot of windows actually, but that's definitely something that I'm looking into. Security in terms of like getting a weapon. Actually, getting a weapon is something that I've been wanting to do for like the longest. It's just one of those things that I have just continued to put off. But yeah, I definitely getting licensed and actually getting trained to use a weapon and handle a weapon, that's something that I definitely see in my future, my near future. What else? Privacy, we did that. Decor, again, I'm not doing some massive van build. Again, I said before, this is like a no build, so I'm not really like ripping anything out and building necessarily inside. So in terms of decor, that'll be something that's like pretty simple. I just want it to be clean in here. I don't want it to be cluttery. I'm not like a knick-knack kind of person, so I don't like a lot of clutter in my living space. So I just want it to be just simple and clean, and just whatever fits my needs, you know, that I need in the van. Food storage, that is definitely important. So food storage, I think initially I'll probably just use like a cooler, but ultimately I do want to get one of those like refrigerators that I've seen a couple of them actually that I like, that I've saved to my Amazon cart. I watched a video. I've been watching, I found so many different people that are living this lifestyle, not only part-time but full-time. One of them is Glorious Life on Wheels. She has a channel, and she shares her own experience with van life, and then also she does a lot of interviews with people, like all different kinds of people from all different types of backgrounds, and I really enjoy like going through and looking at those. One, just seeing everybody's builds, right? Whether it's a car, van, truck, whatever. But then also like hearing their backstories and their reasons why, and just kind of connecting on that level. But she did an interview with a lady, I think it was a single mom actually, and the refrigerator that she had was pretty awesome. Like I was like, wow, that's amazing. And she can power it using her power thing that she has. It's not a Jackery, it was something else, but it was amazing to me. It's like two-sided. There's like a refrigerated side, and there's deep freezer kind of freezer side. So that's pretty cool. Who is texting me? Okay. What else? Food storage, clothing storage. You know, I was thinking the other day, like my kids pick on me all the time because they're like, oh, mom, you have no style. Like you have no style. And I'm like, I honestly, I'm not gonna say I don't care, because I do care, but I don't know, just clothing is just not, it's not one of my priorities right now. Like I'm not trying to be in the latest fashions. Yeah, that's just not my priority at this point in time. I don't know if it ever had. Well, maybe there was a time when I was younger that I was really into clothes and fashion and stuff like that, but I don't know. Right now it's just not my issue, not my thing. But what little piece of thread that I do have, I do need to figure out some way to store it, you know, when I'm in the van. So that'll be something that I look out for and pay attention to. Definitely. So I put down van kit. I do have like a car kit that I bought on Amazon actually when I first got the van, and it has, you know, like the standard stuff, jumper cables, like a little toolbox with like screwdrivers and all those little objects and things that you need in the toolbox, like a rain poncho, emergency flares, things like that. So I have that still, and I'll end up putting that back in the van as well. I do need to get a spare tire. There is no spare tire in the van, so I do need to work on that. First aid. So first aid kit is definitely something that I want to look into. I've seen some online, like some really expensive ones, but they have really sort of a wide selection of things that, you know, you may or may not need, like a camping, you know, if you're like off grid, that kind of thing. Like if you don't have easy access to, say you're in the middle of nowhere camping and you don't have, you know, easy access to doctor, hospital, things like that, things that will get you through, you yourself can get you to a hospital or something like that. I actually, believe it or not, fun fact, Adrienne used to be a CNA 1 actually. I had the certification or the license or whatever you want to call it. Back when I was gonna go to nursing school, that was one of the requirements. You had to take the CNA 1, and I did that, did the clinical, but I never actually did work in the field. But in the process of doing that, I did become first aid and CPR certified. So that's something that I do want to go back to, get my CPR certification, get my first aid certification. Gabriel has it, believe it or not. Gabriel has it from being at Tar Heel Challenge Academy. I think that's pretty much it. And I just put like other camping supplies. So I do want to get a tent. Like I said before, I had a tent before, so I do want to get a tent again because I do want to actually do some actual camping. Like I want to go to campsites and not only be able to sleep in my van, but to be able to set up a tent and camp outside, especially off grid, like remote areas. I want to do that. So this is my van. Go ahead, close the door. Well, I was closing the door. All right, so this is my van. This is my 2005 Toyota Sienna. And I'm just gonna do this one side for now, but you get the general idea. But this is the inside, of course the front part. Yeah, it's pretty, like I said, it's pretty standard. Again, I want to take the rugs out and get all the carpet and everything cleaned. It's not in bad shape at all. There's, again, some minor cosmetic stuff in here. One thing I love about the van though is that there's so much storage in here. Like Gabriel and I found these maybe a month or so before the van broke down, but these open up. There's storage, there's drink storage here, so there's storage here, there's storage in here. Of course, we have a little gun box and everything, and the glove box here. Same thing on this side. This right here comes up. And then you have this part right here. So this is an idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, but I have an idea to take this part right here out and use this section to put my refrigerator, my portable refrigerator, once I get it. But I'm not sure. It just depends, you know, if it'll fit. It's kind of a small space, but this is pretty cool just as is. Like, it folds down. So there's 2 cup holders there. You have this section right here, and then this actually opens up, so there's extra drink storage, and then of course the 2 there, and then this folds down. I can't really do it right now, but it folds down and just like sits sideways basically. So there's that. There's other drinks storage over there, and then here's the basically the inside of the van. So my idea is obviously keep these first 2 seats because we need those, but just to make this entire space going back my living area. So that's my idea. Take these seats out, these 2 seats right here, or either 2 or 1. I did have the idea to maybe leave the 1 seat, you know, just so that I would have room for all 3 of us, and wouldn't have to go through, you know, taking it out, putting it back in, taking it out, put it back in. But I have to look and see. Yeah, I have to kind of fiddle around and figure that part out. But in any case, I want to get, I've seen on Pinterest that they have like these little things like storage. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like hanging storage basically, and it like goes across here. So it would go across this whole part right here, and you can put, you know, different whatever things that you need, storage basically. So again, take these seats out, get the carpet and everything shampooed. This is what I was talking about when I was saying all these extra rugs. So these right here seem fine. Then there's this one right here. I don't even know, like, I don't think that came with the van. I'm not sure, but in any case, there's that. I'm gonna flip the seats up. So these bucket seats do flip up again, and they come out easily, as you can see. And there's more pieces of carpet back here, but I want to get all of this cleaned out. My idea is to have this back area where you see this back seat at. So take this back seat out, but this will be where my bed is. Now I know a lot of people have their bed like the long way, this way, you know. I don't necessarily like that idea, and I'm not saying that I won't end up going that way later, but I don't really like that idea. I like the idea of sleeping this way. One, because I like sleeping this way, but also because I feel like I don't want just a twin mattress. I know a lot of people, again, have just a twin mattress, but I'm thinking actually having like a full size type of, and when I say mattress, I mean like mattress pad, whatever, not like a regular mattress for a bed. But my idea is to have a bed that goes a long way, because I'm short. I'm like 5'1" anyway, so it's not like I need a whole lot of space. One, because again, this is like part-time van life that I am embarking on. I'm not at a point yet where I can move into the van full-time. Again, there's so much storage back there, cup holders here, there's a place right there that pops up, and on that side as well, more cup holders, more storage. But my main goal is just having a nice comfy place to sleep, and then also having, you know, all the essentials. Water, power is a big thing for me. Having power to be able to work in my van, like be able to charge my devices, my phone, my laptop, different things like that. All right, and so this is the back part of the van. As you can see, this is what I was talking about in terms of like the stains or whatever. I don't even know what that is. It was like that when we got it. This part right here has kind of come off, but that's not a big deal at all. These seats, these back seats, will fold down flat, like flush in this spot right here. But that's not what I plan on doing, because obviously this is space right here that I can be using for something else. So this back seat definitely will come out. This section right here, look at these right here. So this is where I have the idea to put my water at, like on this side. And I thought it was one on both sides, but apparently I was wrong about that, but that's fine. One like 5-gallon container or 3-gallon, I think 3 or 5 gallons would fit in there. That's really all I need. Again, part-time van life, I don't really need much, you know, 1 to 2, maybe 3 nights. It's not like that big of a deal. I can definitely see like the refrigerator in here, you know, the little portable refrigerators that go in here. That would fit perfectly in this place right here. A Jackery would fit perfectly. Any like overflow water would fit here. My cooking box, I do want to put together a nice cooking kit with like the portable stove and like little propane canisters, things like that. That would fit perfectly. This section right here actually is really, really deep. That's the whole thing that I love about van life, is that people have so many different ideas and things, and it's really interesting seeing different people's builds and just how they're utilizing their space. Like, it, to me, it's just amazing. So there's so many different ways that this can work. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, you're not gonna believe this. I figured out how to do the stow in use kind of thing. Well, stow basically, but I'm gonna try it with this side right here, one-handed. You just pull on it, and then it's supposed to go, there we go. Oh my God, it goes down. Wow, okay. So that's pretty cool. I've never actually done that before, but that is how it looks. You see I have like paper and trash and stuff. You can really see the carpet, how dirty it is now. But yeah, this all has to be vacuumed out. Look at that stain right there. I don't even know what that is. These rugs are kind of weird. I don't even know if they fit in here. So that's interesting. I've never done the stove feature, but that's how it goes. And as you can see, it does not. One of the complaints that I hear a lot, because I've watched a lot of van builds that are specific to the Toyota Sienna, is that the floor is not flush. Like, it's not even. You can look at it and tell, like, it's not even all the way across. Not only just this back part, but even if you're starting here to the middle going up, it's not flush. So even if I were to take the middle seats out, it's still not completely even, if you understand what I'm saying, the floor. Some people put down, like, they build a floor basically on top of it. Like, they build up the floor in some places to make it even across, or put like a piece of plyboard across, or things like that. I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use it as is. But like, just have the idea, if I were sleeping in here. Actually, I'm gonna try to get in here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get in here. So here we go. All right, so if I were in here, you see how short I am? My feet don't even touch. So I am, if you look and see, so I have my back up against the kind of the wall of the car basically, and if you look, my feet don't even touch the other side. So that's how short I am. So really, like, I don't even need a lot of space in terms of sleeping. The storage area that I said that I want to use, so this won't be here. This back row will be out completely, but this will also be, I think I'm going to use this for like place to store my refrigerator, my power source, whether it's Jackery or whatever. I want it to be Jackery. They're like, honestly, it's like the best one that I've seen. And they have the solar panels too. So not only do I want the Jackery, I think it's a generator, is that what it's called? But not only do I want that, but I also want the solar panels. That way I don't have to worry about having to find somewhere to plug it in. I could just put the solar panels out, use the power of the sun, and then I'm able to charge up and recharge and so on and so forth. But anyway, refrigerator, power, what else did I say? My cooking kit, because I do want to cook outside. That is one of the things, I'll put the camera back on me, but that is one of the things that I'm looking forward to, is cooking outside. That's definitely something that I'm excited for. I have found a YouTuber by the name of AB Camping. He's actually in New Zealand, but y'all, I've like fallen in love with his channel overnight, actually. Yeah, his channel is so amazing. He does a lot of like solo camping trips. Him and his dog, I think his name is Anthony, but he goes by Tony also, and Bruce, his dog. I love watching the dog like just running around and having fun in the rain and the snow. But I have just like seriously fallen in love with his videos, and he's given me like a lot of confidence actually to do solo camping, like just by myself and not having to worry about, oh my god, nobody's gonna be with me, nobody wants to camp with me, like whatever, it's fine. This is actually really nice, just sitting here. I'm actually by, flip the camera around, there's like a little pond here. There's some ducks out here sometimes, but the breeze that is coming in is amazing. This would be like the ideal camping situation if, you know, I weren't like in the middle of, or kind of on the outskirts of the city. In any case, y'all, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I could like just see myself. Oh, that breeze. Oh my god, that's so nice. But like, this is, can't you see this? I can see myself like, you know, laying down, sleeping. I sleep sideways anyway, so it's like perfect for me. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this. I'm looking forward to cooking outside. Can't you? I can see myself with like a little table, camping table, and set up, and a little stove set up. Oh my god, y'all! This is like all I have been thinking of. This is actually my first time being in back of the van like this. My first time putting this back part down, the stove feature, but my first time being in back of the van, and it's honestly not bad. I'm not in the shade at all. This is a big open parking lot. This is, I don't know, it's some company, but this is like my little spot to come because they have this huge parking lot and like nobody is ever here. So I always come here and just like sit and chill out. Sometimes I'll eat or just sit, write, do whatever. But it's like bushes, but they're not tall enough to provide shade. But my point is, I'm directly in the sun and it's hot today. I would say it's probably 90 degrees, if not more. And like, it's okay. I've got the top open. Oh, you know what else? So in addition to getting a tent, I do want like a regular camping tent. I've also seen these things called van tents or SUV tents that go on like the back part right here. And it's like where you can make it like screened in. So that's an idea as well. That would be nice, especially in the summertime when you don't want like mosquitoes and stuff coming in. AB camping honestly has taught me a lot, like of just different things. He has like this mosquito, I don't even know what it's called, but it's for mosquito, like to keep mosquitoes and stuff away. You like turn it on and it gets hot and there's like a smoke or something that comes out. But yeah, I'm just, right now I'm at the stage where I'm kind of soaking everything in, taking notes, you know, reading, watching, like reading reviews, watching reviews, and just in the preparation stage. So that's why I have the loading in the thumbnail, because this is happening. This is definitely happening. It won't be happening overnight, but it's definitely happening. I'm definitely going to do this. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like I can't believe that I've never actually been in back of the van. But look at the storage and stuff. It does have lots of storage. And again, I am hopeful, I'm hoping and praying that I don't have any more major issues with the van. Because, you know, I paid a lot of money to get the van fixed finally. And yeah, I'm just hoping that it will serve its purpose. Like, I have a goal, and I think I mentioned this before, but I have a goal to visit oh, there's a duck down there. Oh, there's a little brown duck. But I have a goal to visit. You guys know that I want to visit every country in the world, right? But then I also have a goal to travel to every state in the US, at least, you know, continental US, minus Alaska. I don't know. I could drive to Alaska, obviously, but I don't know if I want to do that in this van. And then, of course, Hawaii. But yeah, I would love to do the lower 48 in this van. Like, that would be so freaking cool. That would be so cool. So that's one of my goals. I want to go to every state in the US. Also, the national parks. I really want to go to the national parks. I was really inspired by watching Nomadland. Actually, another YouTuber was talking about her name is Free Spirit Mom, or her channel name I should say is Free Spirit Mom. That they had watched this movie called Nomadland, and I was like, I perked up. I was like, oh, Nomadland, what's that? So I immediately went online, searched it, saw that it was available to rent on Amazon for like, I don't know, $3.99, snapped it up, and I watched it. I think I had 48 hours to watch it, and I think I watched it like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, oh my god, national parks, I have to visit the national parks. I've always wanted to go, like, you know, Grand Canyon, something like that, but there's so many. I think if I'm not mistaken, every state in the US has a national park, but oh god, Utah and Oklahoma and like, oh my god, so many beautiful. The US is beautiful. Like, I know I talk a lot about to travel outside the US, but and I definitely do, but keeping it real, the US has some really, really beautiful scenery. There's a lot of stuff going on in the US, a lot of stuff, But in terms of scenery and just places to go, things to see, people to see, like, the US is beautiful. It is really, truly, honestly a beautiful country. This is a beautiful rock that we all live on. So many things, especially out west, because I've seen a lot of the states on the East Coast, like up and down the East Coast. Like, I think I've been as high up as New York. What's above? Well, actually, I've been to Canada, so there's that. But no, and I've been down to Florida, and I've been to like a bunch of states in between, but I haven't really been out west. So my oldest brother, actually, when he's a truck driver, like 18-wheelers, and right after he got his license, I went out with him for like 2 weeks. This is back like years ago. I think I was maybe, y'all, 14, 15 years old, something like that. And I went out with him for like 2 weeks, and it was a cool experience. We ended up just like getting tired of each other, you know, small space, like kind of like this with bunks on top. But I think we went as far west as Wisconsin. I do remember we were in Wisconsin, like we drove through Wisconsin. I remember it because it was snowing, but that's like the farthest west that I've been. So I definitely want to go out west further. One of my goals, another one of my goals, is to drive from North Carolina to California. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm just excited. There's a part in the video or the movie for Nomadland where the main character, I can't think of her name, but the main character is like skinny dipping somewhere. It's like some area where she's in, where it's like no one is around. She's at like a campsite, I think, and she kind of walks off on this trail, and she's like just walking around looking at things, and there's like the shot is like her floating naked in like this pool of water, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want that experience. So anyway, I have gabbed enough. It's 12 o'clock, y'all. I have an appointment at Best Buy, so I need to go. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I gotta figure out a thumbnail. Should this be my thumbnail? Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'll notice, my comments are turned off. That's intentional. It's intentional. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.